Stu and Dave Do America present Donald Trump versus the Bible.
The Bible on audiobook, read by Donald J. Trump.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Great guy. What a great guy God is. I know God. Big, strong, handsome guy. Big, handsome guy. Men playing in women's sports. What do you think about?
There's so many people doing Trump impersonations these days, and there's varying qualities of them. But I kind of just laugh every single time I hear them still. Like, I just like them. It's not a knock on Trump. It's just, I just like the way he delivers anything.
Yeah, that's spot on to what he would say.
Yes.
It would be the longest version of the Bible you've ever heard.
That's true. This prediction market show that I do, Predictable, they have these things called mention markets. And basically the idea is you're going to watch a speech from whatever, Donald Trump, and beforehand you can predict what do you think he's going to talk about? What are the topics he's going to talk about? What are the words he's going to say? The secret, I feel like, on some of these is with Trump, you just kind of hit yes on everything because he just goes off on every tangent. Like, yes. You don't know how is he going to talk about strawberry shortcake? I don't know, but he probably will say it at some point.
Very short.
I like how you went not to the dessert, but to the character.
Yes.
That's very good. I like that. Okay, we have some stuff that's not quite as fun as strawberry shortcake. Today, We're going to do the Left's Murder Fangirl Club.
Well, I'm sure one of the girls.
Right. Welcome to Stu and Dave Do America. I'm Stu here, along with Dave Landau.
Ahoy, we meet again.
We certainly do. We can meet again in any of your cities that are coming up on your tour. You are basically everywhere.
That's right.
Around the country. DaveLandau.com is the place to go to get the tickets. Any
right.
in particular that you wanted to promote, Dave?
Well, tomorrow night you can see me in San Francisco. Yes, that's right. You can see me out there. And the next night, you can see me in Sacramento. This weekend, you can see me in Fort Worth, Texas at Hyena's Red Room. And then Sunday, come out to my taping at the Creek and Cave in Austin, Texas, and Little Rock, Arkansas, June 11 through 13 at the Looney Bin. And, of course, Comedy Mothership, June 26 through 28. Come on out.
I don't like to meet people in public, Dave. So you'll just find me on PredictableShow.com.
Well, Predictable is a great place to go.
It is.
And you're great at it.
Well, thank you, Dave. That's so nice.
You're great
so
at predictions.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
That's right.
By the way, we're going to do an election live stream tonight. So go over to PredictableShow.com. When we have the results coming in, there's a bunch of big elections, Dave, tonight, including Thomas Massey's race, which is one of the big ones. We will go through all the results and what we can make out of that. Hopefully profitable.
My dead parents voted 6 times in Michigan last night. Yes, they did.
That's very nice. All for Democrats?
That's correct.
That's the way it works. Okay, we also have the BlazeTV situation. Make sure to go to BlazeTV.com. Use the code Stu and Dave and save $20 off your subscription to BlazeTV. You get access to everything, right? We did a big live, kind of a back and forth with the audience last week, I guess, which is available only to subscribers. And there's rumor, apparently, that we're going to have sketches behind the paywall, if you will.
Our next sketch is going to come to you behind the paywall. According to a nasty text I received from management about how they're supposed to be behind the paywall and how we don't have budget for these things. It was real. There's a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it? Are you okay?
I'm fine, but it's like I thought we had a budget.
Oh, God, we don't have a budget.
No, I mean, I guess we spend too much on ferns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The fern budget is large.
Look at these things.
We got one. I don't know if any of them are ferns, but we've got multiple plants.
I don't know. I don't know plants.
No.
What do you call those things?
Plants.
What are they? Palms? They look like something you would fan a guy in a toga with while you fed him grapes.
Yes.
At least in my fantasies.
They are very nice fantasies. Now, your fantasies, I will say, are actually better than the fantasies of this next group of people.
Okay.
This goes back to the guy who shot the healthcare CEO.
So same fantasy.
Yeah, basically. It is kind of the same one in a way. Judge tosses some evidence in that case, OK's gun and notebook. So just to give you an update of where we are in this case, in case you haven't been following it, acting New York Supreme Court Justice Gregory Caro ruled that some statements that this murderer made while in custody at McDonald's You never want to be held in custody at McDonald's. Were you ever arrested at a McDonald's? I feel like it's possible.
It's very possible. I was arrested in a Burger King crown, but I was never really pretty close.
Really close.
Yeah, they would not let me. They would not let me take a mugshot wearing it. No matter how hard I tried, they would not let me have it my way.
Oh, that's sad.
I know, it really was.
You looked like you really had a Burger King crown on. What were you arrested for?
I had passed out at a stop sign.
Okay.
And I had done ketamine off a CD case.
Right, of course.
I was already drunk and stoned. And then I woke up to cops banging on my window.
Would you say that the Burger King stop happened before or after the ketamine?
Oh, no, it was before.
Okay, so you went to Burger King, you got the hat while sober, and then did ketamine.
Oh, no, I didn't get it while sober.
Okay.
But I definitely got it before.
Okay.
And I was wearing it.
Yeah. And then the ketamine knocked you out.
Correct.
You were stopped at a stop sign, which is a good...
Well, the ketamine mixed with other stuff knocked me out.
Okay.
It wasn't just the ketamine.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm making too many assumptions.
You are.
That's the problem. I'm sorry about that. Okay, the initial search of his backpack must be suppressed. That includes his cell phone, passport, and wallet. Now, the cell phone, kind of a big deal in a murder case, right? Yeah, they're not going to be able to look at that. One interesting...
They're not going to be able to look at the cell phone?
The cell phone. That's what they say, at least that particular information. Now, can they get it another way? Some of the information inside the cell phone, can they get that from... I guess
Why don't you just throw away the video of him shooting the guy then?
Well, that's kind of what I fall back on here, Dave, which is we have him on video murdering the person.
Right.
So it really is like a lower level of importance of any of this other information because that's kind of the biggest piece, I feel like.
I feel like you go, okay, well, we have this one. And they go, oh, that is him shooting him, isn't it?
Yeah. That's kind of the whole... It's like a really bad episode of Law and Order.
They call it a slam dunk.
Right? It just kind of starts and then it's over. 4 minutes in and it just says Dick Wolf on the screen.
Yes, it does.
Yes, that's
Instead of wolf, that would be a different show.
It's another show.
It's a bestiality program.
It is. It's not one. That will not be part of your Blaze.
Boy, that guy must have hated when attendance was called.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there a wolf here? Wolf. All right, go on.
No, it's. You just care about children going through difficult times.
I do. I think it's got to be tough. I wonder if he did go by Dick when he was young.
Yeah, I know. I feel like Richard. It may have been Richard.
It may have been Richard
at that point.
Richard Wolf.
Caro ruled that a subsequent search of the backpack at the police station, which uncovered a gun and a red notebook, which he wrote about murdering, if I remember correctly, the executive. That was valid. He determined some statements he made to police and correctional officers that were challenged by the defense will also be admissible. So basically, they will have him murdering the person. They'll have him talking about it. They have him writing about it in the notebook. But to be clear, if he texted someone about it, we might not have that information.
Well, then I don't know if he's going to be found guilty.
Right. I mean, how could we?
It's like they have his diary.
Yeah.
Who writes about it? Also, who doesn't get rid of the gun?
Yeah, you'd think. I mean, he's an idiot. By the way, this is something that is important for anyone to understand who knows anything about this case. And again, it's the healthcare CEO murder. You remember the video. He released this manifesto, and it is the dumbest thing I've ever read in my life. Forget the fact that it's wrong to murder a father for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, tomato,
right. But his reasoning was stupid. At one point, he even says, Dave, I don't know if you ever read it. I mean, why would you? But
I skimmed it. But also, yeah, he's also a very rich kid who's very mad at this guy for being rich.
Right. Which, again, none of this makes any sense. But at one point in the manifesto, he's like, I'm not really the guy to make these arguments. You're not?
Yeah, because it seems like you
kind of feels like you should have been, right? Yeah. Like you should probably know the ins and outs of the healthcare argument before you start murdering people. That's just a baseline thing. We used to do this thing, which I think they're still up probably at Blaze, these shirts and T-shirts and mugs and stuff that said, learn, then vote. The order is important. And because a lot of times you see these idiots, they're just like, you got to get out and vote, rock the vote. Well, there's no don't rock the vote until you know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, also, a lot of this has to do with the Affordable Care Act that turned out to not only force health care on you, but it wasn't affordable.
Right.
But they don't look at who caused that.
No, they don't. They don't care. I mean,
I wanted
sold
it to
us
work
as a solution, right?
Right, and I wanted it to be. I really did, because I would like to see anybody be able to get health care. It would be nice if anybody who was sick was able to get the treatment that they need.
Right.
Ideally, that would be...
I would agree.
I think any
hot
human
take
being
here
would
that
agree.
I would agree. I certainly want that, but of course we see that in every country that has universal health care. They don't get the care that they need, right? Like these systems don't work. Giving a free pass to everybody for everything that they need all the time is a standard that humanity has not yet been able to hit. Maybe with Elon Musk's new robots, that will happen. Like that's kind of what he's hoping is
Sex robots?
No.
You think they'll do it?
No, I mean, they might. No, he believes that we're going to get to a place of such abundance because of the AI revolution and the affordable availability of robots to kind of do everything, that everything's going to become so cheap and easy to produce that basically we will be without want or need.
I hope that's true.
Well, it's interesting.
How will people hate each other then?
Right, exactly. I think
There'll be nothing to talk about.
if you've ever seen the documentary The Matrix,
I have.
you will note that people had everything taken care of. The initial version of The Matrix was very positive.
Right.
Everyone was happy all the time. And of course, human beings couldn't handle that, which at the time I remember watching the movie going, that's so stupid. If everything was perfect, we'd all be happy. And then I watched The World over a few decades and I was like, the movie was 100% right. We would absolutely be murdering each other in the streets over nothing when we have everything. By the way, that's the situation we're in when we're comparing it to every other era in human history.
Oh, you mean what's been happening for a decade now?
Yes.
You mean 15 years after the movie came out when we started murdering each other over nothing?
Over nothing.
We're just not living in robot wombs ran by robot octopus arms?
I know. And honestly, that
as
does
far as
seem
we
better.
know. Maybe we are. I don't know.
Maybe we are. And I will say that does sound better than some of this. Let me show you one thing that is better than Dave.
Do it.
Okay. Bloodthirsty fangirls of this healthcare CEO murderer that I will not name celebrate CEO's assassination. F. Brian Thompson. His children are better off without him. Nicely put. These idiots.
Look at that woman on the right.
What do you
see her?
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that the kindergarten teacher from Billy Madison got so radicalized.
Holy crap! It does look just like her.
Her.
That
It's
looks.
a shame.
Is it really her? You could actually.
I don't know. She's wearing the same
same outfit.
I mean, I
If-
realize it's been 30 years.
Right.
But
My
maybe.
guess is she probably aged in that time, but if she didn't, that's what she looked
Definitely
like today.
her. Definitely her.
She was about as. Didn't she like paint her face with peanut butter or something in the middle of that movie?
Something creepy, yeah.
Something
Oh, I
creepy.
think it was either that or it was milk or glue. Maybe it was peanut butter.
Maybe it was glue.
Yeah, it could have been glue.
Could have been glue. I don't
Yeah.
remember. She. Let's just. I don't know.
The paste.
It was
Might have
something.
been paste.
Yeah, it might have been paste.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so the women's names Abril Rios, Ashley Rojas, and these it seems like things that I've ordered at a restaurant
Yes, it does.
recently. Lena Weisbrot, didn't order that.
No.
Proudly showed off the passes they received from Mayor Mamdani's administration, apparently for their online content documenting the murderer's upcoming trial for the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Credentialed reporters chillingly made no bones about supporting his alleged vendetta to strike fear into the hearts of healthcare executives such as Thompson. We have this audio and video here, Dave.
Watch it.
Which I was watching yesterday, and I was so pissed off about that we had to talk about it. Listen to these idiots, and this is the world you live in.
I said what I said. I don't give a fuck.
His children are better off without him. They need to learn to not be like their dad and enjoy the blood money, kids.
What was that? I didn't get that, what you said. I'm standing on business. Brian Thompson. I don't give a flying died. Millions of Americans.
I liked it.
Millions of Americans suffer every single day from the lack of negligence when it comes to United Healthcare. We had a literal infant named
It's hard to tell this audio,
because
but
of
I'll
how
give you a little bit of a
negligent
breakdown
her
of it.
health insurance was. She died. An infant died. So if you guys are okay with someone like Brian Thompson being around and that being a part of our society, that says more about you as a person because you look absolutely monstrous defending someone like that.
You don't want
I
to be
like her
called
Christopher Reeve curl. It's too bad she's standing. I like how they're turned on.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, I haven't seen that much fluid hit the streets of Manhattan since Luigi shot that guy. Anyway, what was your breakdown? Besides,
I'm just pissed off about this, Dave. I
am too. It's
freaking
disgusting.
hate this.
I have to make light of it because it's disturbing.
I know. I totally appreciate that.
Thank you.
I will say, the
looks like Punky Brewster after a mastectomy. Remember when Punky got the big breasts?
You mean the actress that portrayed Soleil Moon Frye? Is that her name?
Yeah, Moon Frye. Yes,
that's pretty good.
Soleil Moon
very,
Frye.
very, very
she
pretty.
was beautiful.
Very pretty. I don't know what she's looking like today. Probably still very pretty.
I bet you she still got those. Remember the dad was like, "Oh my God, Punky.
No,
where did those come from?
That was not.
You should jump up and down."
That was a deleted scene.
Was it? Oh, I thought maybe it was just what I remember.
I mean, knowing Hollywood, that stuff probably did happen, sadly.
I bought you a bra, Bunker, and he's holding out his hands. All right, what was... what happened? What was your breakdown?
Oh, my God.
Did you predict I was going to say that?
No, I did not. I did not think that was where we were going to go today. I did not think that. I will say it's making me happier than reading this because I'm just getting pissed off.
No, I'm trying to just make you happy.
I appreciate that, Dave. Because let's just listen to how stupid it is, okay? Yeah. So they say they don't care about this guy dying because they think the children are better off without them. I mean, I'm sure they would disagree with that analysis. But going on and saying their big reason why he should be dead is because, and one of them saying, I liked it. You know, like, I don't get,
I heard that.
One of them said, I wouldn't give a flying F if they died. He said, I liked it. The other one said, millions of Americans suffer every day for the lack of United Healthcare. No? Again, it's so stupid. But like, what you're saying is that obviously many of their members get the healthcare they need through United Healthcare. I have had United Healthcare in the past in my life, and they took care of everything that every claim that I can remember. Now, I'm not saying the healthcare system in our country is perfect. It's not.
No.
In fact, it's very annoying at times, and I think everybody knows somebody who's gone through an annoying experience with a healthcare company. By the way, this is the case in all other countries too. When you go there and you have a 12 or 16 or 25 week waiting list for healthcare in Canada, I guess you can be happy while that's going on, but that's no better than our system. Sometimes they do say they won't pay for certain claims. That sucks. It does.
Yeah.
When that happens, especially when it's unjust. By the way, these companies are also defrauded out of millions and millions and millions of dollars a year by people putting false claims and trying to get paid for them. Look at what happened in Somalia. Or when I say Somalia,
you mean
Somalia, Minnesota.
I knew what you meant. Yes. You didn't even have to explain yourself.
That stuff is happening at a huge scale against these companies all the time. And they are, by the way, paying for cancer surgeries and paying for kids to have health care all the time. These companies are doing that, and it's not always perfect. But the fact that this guy, who, by the way, seemed by all appearances, and I know this from a couple of reasons. One, just reporting, but secondly, having a relative who worked kind of like adjacent to this guy, like I was on Zoom calls with this guy at this company. Said he was like the guy constantly fighting to fix these things. He was one of the good guys. Like he was the ones acknowledging the problems internally in the company and trying to fix them. I say all this just say, regardless of whether he was a good guy or not, you don't just go murder him in the streets.
Well, of course not. Well, and I think
is it of course not, Dave? I don't know. But watch these two idiots.
No.
Look at the lady from Punky Brewster. She doesn't think it's obvious at all.
No, she does. Well, she's stupid. Here's what I don't get. These are the same people who want you to go kill a CEO of a healthcare company or whatever position that he held. Mm-hmm. But they're also the same people that want you to believe everything that a drug company tells you, wear a mask, and lockstep to every single thing you were told during COVID.
Yeah. You're probably right.
Explain that. Like, that's the part that I don't understand. You're the reason every business shut down because you believed every single thing that they had to say. But then you're also on the side of the moron who came from a very, very rich family. Mm-hmm. And you're completely okay with that. This white guy who went out and shot a guy, he's one of the good ones.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing.
Yeah, the only way that he could make one of these women gush more is if he was shooting them in cold blood. Okay. That's what we've learned. Honestly, it's absolute. I guess what it comes down to, and I think it's a very valuable lesson, is a lot of people are just stupid. And it's just a lesson that I learn more and more every single day. They don't have an actual reason behind this. They don't actually have this research.
No.
And anytime they're asked, they go, well, a lot of people have United Healthcare and can't get it. That's great.
Right. Which, again, part of what you're saying there describes it as something that's good.
Well, yeah, let me give you...
Again, I can understand it would be bad if you didn't get the good thing. But by admitting that people got rejected from these claims, you're saying they must be helping a lot of people too.
Well, my own wife who's had health care and had to have stuff turned down.
Mm-hmm.
My dad who had health care issues and had stuff turned down. The VA that turned down my dad's stuff.
Yeah, by the way, government agency, not in private healthcare.
Exactly. Like, I understand how healthcare works. I understand that sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. This is just how it works. I've never shot anybody in the street. Now, granted, yeah, I've been angry to the point that I've wanted to.
Yeah. But you probably run over a few people on ketamine.
Well, of course, but
that's-
that really had nothing to do with it. That was just a fun night. And I think they were people.
Right.
I don't know if you would consider prostitutes people, but part of it is, and really with healthcare, we're not going to cover that anyway. Mm-hmm. I mean, really, there's a lot in there, a lot of disease. And someone has to be the cure.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay.
I'm sorry, I've just lost my way.
Yeah. A little bit. By the way, I would play this next clip. The audio's crappy. She goes on to say, basically, the Second Amendment's wonderful, not because for people to shoot up schools, it's because of people like this idiot protecting our democracy. Because that's how you do it, is by shooting voters in the head. That's protecting that democracy.
Same?
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
Isn't that kind of an apples and apples comparison?
Yeah.
It's not to use guns for the wrong reason. It's to use them for the wrong reason.
Right. By the way, you'll be surprised to hear this, Dave. Ashley Crystal Rojas, she's from Rise Up Together. That's what she's there for.
Sounds like a legit organization that will never, ever have any issues.
No, definitely not at all. She's a community organizer, strategist, and power builder.
Oh, she looks like
What is a power builder?
Looks like
sounds
that.
That sounds like some term you'd use in a gay porn.
It does. She looks like somebody who tells you they're vegan and why for an entire dinner.
Yes. Yes. And then you're hoping this guy comes behind you and shoots you in the head in the middle of the
She looks like she cooks with her feet.
She does look like she cooks with her feet.
I hate her face.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
By the way, she is, you're going to be surprised to hear, a 2023 George Soros Justice Fellow.
No kidding.
Yeah, I was surprised
I've heard good things about
to
him.
hear that. Yeah, he does a lot of really good work.
He's
good
a
activist.
junior Nazi, correct?
Yes. Yes. He's like the kid who goes into the front of the plane and gets the pilot's hat.
Yes.
He's that guy, except with Nazis.
Except Hitler gave him the hat. Dude, what? Why does he exist? He's a billionaire who funds problems.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's not a good guy. Not a good guy. But his son is doing...
Right? Media Matters?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Remember how you took $1 million from him
Mm-hmm.
to fund your organization and then you come after people like me? Do you talk about that or you just come after people like me? I just wanted to remind everybody of the organization that Media Matters is and how they come after people and make up stories because they're funded by garbage people like George Soros. What were you saying?
You're 100% right on all of those points.
Oh, no, I just wanted to point that out because the 1,702 AstroTurf death threats I got for not knowing that Bad Bunny was Puerto Rican because I don't know where every musician I don't listen to is from.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that's your fault.
I know,
Your
right?
bad. I will say that's your bad.
That was my fault. I should know where people are from.
You've told me this story 3 times. I still don't. I can't comprehend
I didn't know where he's from.
relation. Just because you didn't know where he was from.
Well, they put out a
said
fake
you were racist
article.
or something.
Yeah, they put out a fake article saying that I didn't know Puerto Rico was a U.S. territory.
Well, even if you didn't, that would just be something you'd learn, right?
Because I'm sure
I'm sure you did know it, but if you didn't know it, that would be something to learn. That's not.
I'm sure all the morons that read which they don't anything past their headline all knew it was a U.S. territory.
Oh, 100%.
Yes, but I did know it was a U.S. territory, and I used to live in Harlem actually in an all Puerto Rican building. So I actually knew Puerto Ricans. So I knew a bit about their culture.
Really?
Yes, unlike the pile of white liberals.
Why are we setting a new record for editing?
Because
today?
I want to make it clear how much I hate how they lie and how everything they do is in bad faith. It actually upsets me when you have a bad faith media company that attacks other people who are trying to be honest with their listeners.
Luckily, they've gone financially basically bankrupt.
Well, what happened? George Soros didn't want to send you more checks? You couldn't get more money from a Nazi?
I mean, the entire organization was built to, we always talk about it, it's like, oh gosh, they're coming after conservatives. And yes, they do that. But also their entire organization is built to scam their own donors. That is what the organization is. By the way, we had our first Media Matters.
Well, like the SPLC and BLM.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is funny. BLM went after my friend Tony Hinchcliffe, and now they're in trouble. Like, they brought more attention to themselves, and then they were like, we have to look into this again. And now they're going to prison.
Yes.
They're up for like 45 years in prison now for going after Tony.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it's not for going after Tony.
But it reawakened the
watch,
investigation, to BLM. Because again, instead of helping black people, you bought houses.
Well, they did buy. Some of them were African American people that moved into the mansions, so they did help African Americans.
They did help themselves.
They did.
That was true. Not others that needed it, but people that took the donations. So again, great work, everybody.
Let me hit a couple.
I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't
it's
mean
good
to get personal. I just hate everything I hate people who pretend to be. You have no idea what liberalism is dead. I just want to point that out. The idea of what a liberal actually is dead in this country.
We're getting real Dave Landau rants today.
We are, though. It's dead. It's absolutely dead in this country. The idea of liberals and caring about one another, or like the idea of like a Jesus liberal, it does not exist.
Oh, God, no.
It's all just violence and people who stand on the street going, I'm glad they shot him.
Yeah.
That's not liberalism. That's lunacy.
And you're right. And just also to add on to that, what a wonderful time for Media Matters to write articles about people to get them death threats when there's a giant chunk of people like the people we just featured who are willing to actually act on it. So thank you. That's awesome. By the way, we got our first Media Matters alert, I think, in like 2003.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been dealing with them for a very long time, and they're just as awful now as they were then.
Oh, yeah. The first one I got.
Terrible, horrible human beings doing awful work and complete failures in their entire lives.
Well, they put out, and I'm paraphrasing, an article once when I was on this network years ago, saying that it was legal to kill trans kids in Texas. So we mocked it, saying how not true that was.
That is not true.
And then they put out an article saying that we were saying it was legal and how we did it.
This is what they do.
Yeah, and not true, nor do I think you should do that, nor do I think that is a thing that exists.
Yes, it's not. It's not. Now, before we go, I want to hit this, Dave.
Anyway, I didn't mean to get serious for a minute.
It's okay, Dave. It's okay. It's okay. You're a multifaceted person. And that's what makes you so
liberalism is something that involves love. And the idea, if you look up what a liberal person is, and compassion, and I do not believe it exists in a political form in any way whatsoever now.
Certainly now it doesn't. The question I would have is, has it ever? Because I don't know.
No, I think I think it should have, but I don't think it did.
Yeah, it was something else. Let me just point out the other thing here is that these people who were out there had press passes given to them by the Mamdani administration.
Of course they did. Another liberal guy who's an Islamic.
Yeah, it says what a weird combo that is. But let me just give you this tweet. I'll end on this Kevin Dalton tweet, which I loved. The only difference between the murderer's followers that we've been featuring here and Charlie Manson's followers are that Manson's followers weren't issued a press pass by the city of New York, which is true. That's it. That's the only difference. You could see that. What was it? Squeaky. You could see Squeaky. I want to say Abe. I'm thinking of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Abe Froman. Was it Squeaky Froman? It was something like that.
Well, there was Abe Froman.
Yes.
The Sausage King of Chicago.
The Sausage King of Chicago.
Not Sausage Queen of Chicago.
No.
That's my friend.
It's another movie.
My friend Jerry.
Oh, really?
Yes, long story.
I bet it was. Okay, this was a very long story to tell you basically to go over one YouTube clip. So we need to take a break. We have more coming on the other side. By the way, we'll tell you why you're so homophobic in just a moment. You ever notice when somebody talks about buying or selling a house, they always focus on the fun parts, like the dream kitchen and the backyard and the new office. Nobody ever talks about the moment 3 weeks into the process where you're staring at 16 pages of paperwork and somebody's lender suddenly wants another document you've already sent twice, and the inspection turns up something terrifying in the foundation. Who knows what's going on?
Shooting a real estate agent out front. You don't want that.
You don't want that. You don't want that to happen. That's why we have realestateagentsitrust.com. Realestateagentsitrust.com is a place you go to find wonderful real estate agents who no one is mad at because they just do a good job.
Exactly.
Glenn started this company years ago. It's called realestateagentsitrust.com because he thought it was a memorable name.
Agents I shoot.
No, God, no, definitely.
I'm sorry. I'm going to stop.
No. I like this new viscerally angry Dave we're getting
I'm
today.
just a little mad.
A little mad.
I'm a hot little oven. I'm a hot little potato right now.
You're a spicy potato. It's very true. Whether you're buying or selling a home, trying to just readjust your life and go to a new place, whatever it is, realestateagentsitrust.com. This is a free service to you. Why wouldn't you take advantage of it? They've done all the screening for you. It's realestateagentsitrust.com. Check it out now. realestateagentsitrust.com. Well, Charles Barkley, the former NBA player and NBA announcer, he had a rant about the first openly gay player.
That's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
That is true. His name was it Jason Collins? I can't remember his first name now that I'm looking at it. It was Jason? Yeah, Jason Collins. So he was a player that came. I guess he was the first one. I honestly don't even remember him coming out, but apparently he was out. I
think we know that there's been gay players in the NBA for about 35 years now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like the need to address that particular point.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Barkley ranting about this because he wants you to know. Pretty much your fault. Like, this guy died probably because you were a homophobe or something. Watch.
If another guy did it, it would still be a big deal because we live in a homophobic society. And that's unfortunate. That's why, first of all, anybody who think we ain't got a bunch of gay players in all sports, they're just stupid. But there is such animosity toward the gay community, and that's what's really unfortunate. But anybody think him, and I know a couple other soccer players that came out, if you think there are not more gay players in the NFL, Major League Baseball, and the NBA, you're just stupid.
Okay, soccer we knew.
We were aware.
Yeah, also, society's homophobic, not people that watch the NBA.
Right. Well, that's an interesting point. Did you see the clip of Stephen A. Smith, by any chance, being asked about by Bill Maher about the latest polling for the presidential race? Did you see this by any chance?
I did, actually.
You did?
Yes.
If you happen to miss it, and we didn't pull the clip, I wish maybe we can bring it back tomorrow or something. But they were asking Stephen A. Smith, he was like, hey, I'm looking at this clip, and Pete Buttigieg is like first or second place in this poll, but why does he have 0% among African Americans? And what was his answer? It was like, he doesn't move us.
Exactly.
He just kept saying it. He don't move us.
It's
interesting.
You know exactly what he meant.
Yes, you knew.
I mean,
you knew.
Jason Collins also wasn't ostracized just for being gay. It was mostly because he was averaging 3 points a game.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, seriously, if Wemby came out tomorrow and they said he was gay after, I don't know if you watched the game last night, people wouldn't care. Like, there'd be, if anything, he would just be constantly celebrated, and we'd have to stop thinking about how great of a basketball player is and start thinking about where he puts his thing.
Yeah, at one point, Magic had more T cells than this guy had baskets. He's good now, though. He doesn't have any AIDS.
No, he's not good. He died. Jason Collins. He passed away.
No.
Magic.
Magic. No, I know Jason died.
Okay. So wait, what? Magic is okay though. He's doing okay.
Yeah.
He's doing well.
Magic's fine.
Yes, he is. That's at least what they say.
Yeah. Well, they said he doesn't have AIDS.
Right. Like, it's undetectable in his system.
It's undetectable in his
incredible.
system.
I remember watching the clip of that day
of South Park where they say the cure is $1 billion.
No.
Sorry, what were you saying?
When that happened, I remember, a big NBA fan at the time. Obviously, big story. I remember watching an
because
NBA
you were
show.
afraid of mosquitoes for a summer?
No.
When he skinned his knee on a basketball court, they acted like they had to burn the building down.
It was like that, though.
Yes,
I mean, I remember watching that announcement, and it's funny because I had recorded something, my good old VHS recorder back in the day, the VCR, and it was some other thing, and they had a commercial for coming up on NBA, Magic Johnson is out with the flu.
Yeah.
Later on that day, he's out there doing his press conference, and I remember watching the press conference and thinking, this guy's going to be dead in a month. That's what it felt like at the time. It felt like the guy was going to be dead in a month, and here we are, 40 years later, 30 years later, and he's without aid.
Yeah, yeah. They used to call it the flu. Well, actually, they called it something flu, but the other word also started with an F, and they couldn't say it on TV.
Or here, by the way.
It'd be great if that's how they announced it.
Yeah, that would probably not have been good.
Guess what he's out with? All right, sorry.
Okay.
This would be funny.
No, I understand. Do you think is society homophobic? Do you think at this point?
No.
I do think
I think
there are
they're
elements.
exhausted.
yes, that's the right word.
Like actual gay people? I would hope not.
I don't think that's the way.
I think there's some people that are. I think there's some people that are bothered by it. Personally, no. I don't. I think overall, no.
Yeah, overall, no. I mean, it's bottom line is most people just don't want to hear about it. Do what you're doing. Do whatever you're doing. Whatever. Leave us alone with it.
I've never been around any. I'm not uncomfortable with it at all.
Not at all.
I think lesbians, especially the hot ones, are pretty neat.
It's true. You've had that stance for.
And I don't mind watching what goes on in their own house.
Really?
Don't mind at all.
Don't mind at all. Don't mind at all.
I'll look inside. Now, as far as men, I think that's gross.
Okay. Oh, I don't think you're allowed to say that.
I think it's great.
It's great. There.
Because I don't want to see it, and public displays of affection are disgusting.
That's right.
Yeah, pretend you're cousins
When you don't
or
like
something
them.
and walk 3 feet apart. That's all I'm saying. No, I think who cares, honestly.
But first of all, I hate the term homophobic because it's not. No one is afraid of these things, right? Like it's not a fear. There are people who, like, for example, think
it's like tarantula. It's like arachnophobia. You just don't want them in your home.
No, that's not.
That's what it means.
No, it doesn't. I don't think that.
Yes.
That's what it means at all. I think what it means is there are people who say they don't think. For example, the Obergefell decision was properly decided in the Supreme Court. I think that is a real opinion that people have, and one that I hold. That is the gay marriage decision.
Oh, marriage is gay.
It is. It's well, no.
Weddings
are pretty gay.
Yeah,
I will say the dancing in particular.
I don't like dancing. I feel pretty gay if I have to.
I will say that's the least surprising thing I've ever heard.
That's why I do it only alone in my house. And my wife's like, I don't want to go to concerts with you because you just sit there. And I'm like, well, I feel that they're for sitting.
I do feel like it's better for the other people in the crowd that I don't dance.
Yeah, I don't.
Like they will enjoy the concert less if I move to the beat.
If I'm dancing a lot, I'm gay.
Is that true?
I think gay men dance more than straight men.
I don't think that there's any science to disprove that.
Yeah, if you really come on.
I think it's very true.
I mean, there are some. It
doesn't mean if you dance, you're gay, though. You gotta understand.
No. I'm not saying if you dance, you're gay. There are. Look at Sam Rockwell. He may be gay, but he knows how to dance.
Right.
There are some men who are incredible dancers that can dance with women. I am not an incredible dancer.
No.
I look like I'm having a seizure, and I don't see how that's going to help. My wife is beautiful when she dances.
Right.
So she should dance.
She should dance,
and I can watch.
And we should be on the side, watching, cheering them on.
And personally, why are you dancing? I paid to see a concert. I think everyone should sit down and enjoy the concert.
Yeah, by the way, they're supposed to be dancing. We're paying them to dance.
Yeah, I want to watch.
That's what happens on the stage.
Right.
You sit. You paid for the seat. Now you're making me stand the whole time.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I don't like it. Are you the person that will yell at the person in front of you?
It depends on how long it goes on for. Eventually, I'll be like, sit down. This is ridiculous. Also, I'm 5'6". I didn't bring a ladder.
Right. I know that's terrible for you.
It is. Yeah. It's why I have to get a box or first row, and those are pricey.
Yeah, that's true. See, we're costing Dave money. All he wants to do is watch a show.
I mean, even sometimes, like let's say we're going to like Pearl Jam, for example, and Eddie's sitting. Why are you standing?
That's a great point. I mean, the entire grunge era, they just don't even perform. They're just up there just like looking down at their guitars for 45 minutes.
Yeah, they're telling you a story sitting. They're storytellers. And you're standing. Come on. Get it together.
There you go. That's public service announcement brought to you by Dave Landau.
No, I don't think America's homophobic anymore.
I don't either. I just stop it.
Counterpoint ghost of Matthew Shepard. What do you think? He says they are.
There's a lot to that story, too. We do not have time to get into right now.
No, there's a chance that it's not even true.
Yeah, it's, I would say, pretty well reported on at this point.
It's weird.
That case had a lot more to it. We don't have time to get into that, though, right now.
Look it up.
And if we do, Charles Barkley will call us homophobic, so we don't want that.
No. We're
going to take a break. We're going to come back on the other side and talk to you about how all of our families are about to be destroyed.
Hallelujah.
The National Football League wants your family to be destroyed, apparently. Dave, you're from Detroit. You're a Lions fan for years, for your entire life.
Yes.
You spent Thanksgiving doing one particular thing.
Watching them lose.
Usually lose.
We used to go to the game to watch them lose,
Really?
actually. Yeah, we used to go almost every year. My brother and I would go with some friends.
Never done a Thanksgiving game before, and I wouldn't normally.
It's great. No one's drunk. It's not way too much.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are the other team that always plays on Thanksgiving. There's 2 games on Thanksgiving. That's what you're supposed to do. During the day, you go, you eat your food, then you sit down, you fall asleep at the couch watching either the Detroit Lions lose or hopefully the Dallas Cowboys lose. This year, the Cowboys are playing the Eagles on Thanksgiving. Here, this is their annual game that they play in Dallas, which I always go to, but the only time I don't go to it is on Thanksgiving because I have a family and I do things with my kids and my family on Thanksgiving.
I think we do know that Roger Goodell hates talking to his children.
He must.
That is a fact.
He must, because now they are expanding this to 5 games on the Thanksgiving holiday. So, Dave, now you get a game on Wednesday night, the time that you're supposed to go out with like your high school friends or whatever. When they're
where everybody meets up.
Yeah.
It used to be the biggest bar night of the year.
Used to be the biggest bar night of the year, which I can never understand because you're supposed to be like all day the next day you're talking to people. I would much rather have a day where I don't have to do anything after the biggest bar night of the year. But you're right. Everyone goes out on Wednesday night. Then Thursday happens. You have the 2 games. No, now you have 3 games. They added that 3rd game on Thursday night now, which is not set teams, but usually a good game. And then now they have a Black Friday game. So from Wednesday night to Black Friday, you have now
just call it
5
Friday.
games. No.
And I know the leagues have changed over time.
No, Dave, I'm saying that's because that's when the companies get into the
like
black.
The sales.
Yes, the sales. They get into the
right.
black. No.
Oh, heavens.
You revealed something there. But
there's egg on my face.
I will say this. They want us to get divorced because they want you want to sit there and watch all the football, and your wife is going to yell at you the entire time. And frankly, it's probably I'm going to wind up watching all the games. Even though I know it's a lot of football for 3 days, I'm still going to watch them all. That's what happens.
I'm definitely going to do the same thing. I mean, I'm definitely going to watch Dallas and Philly.
Okay.
That's for sure. I'm definitely going to watch the Lions.
Yes.
I have to of
course.
Other than that, I don't know. It might be too much.
I just can't. I can't stop. Everyone's like, "How come you didn't protest it?" It's like I like it. That's why. I don't care if Colin Kaepernick's an idiot.
Yeah, we're all.
Why is that going to ruin that for me? Why is that ruining my life? Why is his stupidity ruining my life?
Well, yeah, I don't care. I don't really judge an entire way a game is played based on the various players. I mean, I still like the Lions.
Yeah, that's true. If you can be a Lions fan, you can survive almost anything.
You really can.
Except for walking through Detroit, which no one can survive. All right, we got to take a break. Back in a second.
Depends the area.
Only horrible people are not subscribers to Blaze TV.
That's true.
It's true. They just came out with a new study. That study said that you are communist and a murderer if you do not join Blaze TV, which is available to everyone. Everyone can join it. BlazeTV.com/Stu and Dave is the place you should go to join. You can do that with a code Stu and Dave and save $20 off your subscription.
What?
Blaze TV. Very exciting stuff.
It's a lot of money.
We have a bunch of comments, by the way, people commenting on the show. We should do a longer break about some of the comments coming in because they're building up. We have not been addressing them lately.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Let's do it tomorrow. All right, we're going to do that tomorrow. I have a predictable show episode tonight, which I think you're going to like. It's a preview of the elections that are coming up tonight, and then we're going to do a live reaction show on Substack, predictableshow.com. And then, of course, you can see Dave Landau is traveling to San Francisco, Sacramento, and Fort Worth this week, right? And that's a lot. But go to DaveLandau.com and buy some tickets. We'll see you tomorrow.